call the meeting to order. Could you please stand for the pledge of allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Number 3 is our roll call. Ms. Burkhardt. Here. Mr. Story. Mr. Timmons. Here. Mr. Barta.
Here.
And myself. Okay. Number 4 is the approval of the minutes. They were in your packets from the council meeting August 14th. Is there any discussion? Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion, Ms. Burkhardt. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Mr. Barta. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 5 is the time to hear from guests. We limit to 3 minutes, and we would, if you would like to speak, state your name and your address, please. And we'll open the floor now if anyone would like to speak. Okay. Number 6, approve the water leak adjustment for Mr. Neil Mathis on 305 Water Street. Charles, would you like to?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Neal and Ruth are entitled to the first adjustment. They haven't had one. The adjustment amount will be $765.18.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Timmons. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Ms. Burkhardt. We'll have a roll call. Mr. Barta?
Yes.
Ms. Burkhardt?
Yes.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Myself. Okay, Mr. Pierce. Get your adjustment. Mr. Newman. Okay, item number 7. Approve the ordinance number 478-23 on the second reading. It's to amend the budget for the Stewart County Dispatch Communications 23-24 fiscal year. Is there any discussion? Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Barty. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Ms. Burkhardt. We'll have a roll call. Ms. Burkhardt?
Yes.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Mr. Barta?
Yes.
And myself. Okay. Yes. Item number 8, we're going to discuss the industrial board recommendation. It is the industrial board meeting, May 15th, 2023, concerning the city-owned industrial property. Charles, would you like to start
Yes.
with this, and then we'll open it up, please?
Yes, ma'am. Of course, the industrial board met May 15, 2023, reviewed the information on the factory, city-owned property. Of course, and there was a inspection done on the property. A lot of some of the stuff's been fixed up to this date. The concerns of the liability with the lease and the city having responsibility if stuff's not fixed, and the industrial board felt like it should be put the property up for sale. So that was their recommendation. Of course, it comes to the council for y'all's, what y'all want to do with it, what y'all decide for the future of the property.
Okay, I'll open for a discussion. Does anyone have anything?
I definitely don't think it should be sold. I mean, that's, from my understanding, the last big piece of property the city owns, right?
Yes, yes.
So there's issues with that building, you know, structurally, safety-wise, that we know of. I mean, I think that the city should definitely keep it. They shouldn't sell it. I mean, if anything, it could be turned into a park. I mean, it could be a city-owned park, not a Corps of Engineers / city park. You know, we could do stuff there. We could hold, you know, the farmers markets. We could hold Eagle Fest, pretty much whatever we wanted down there, and be able to manage and maintain it. You know, we could hold the fishing tournaments, fall festivals, you name it, down there.
I certainly think that we should look at some other options, and I know we have a lease till June, right? Charles, has he contacted you? Because I know we have employment here, and this is certain people's main employment. So you know, that's their livelihood. So I'm concerned with taking that away if we're able to to work with them, or I do think there's other options that I think we need to look at myself. And I echo what you're saying, but I also see these jobs that people are, you know, with working and everything, so, has he
Well,
reached out?
I haven't heard from Mr. Grado.
Okay,
The lease they have currently in place is June 30th of 2024. Of course, whatever the council wishes, you know, we can move forward, and, you know, I can have a discussion with the management from GH Armor to see, but we also have the issue with the liability of the building. Or, you know, there's other options for the property. Of course, they could take county and city partnership into something as a community center for all the people of Stewart County. You know, there's a lot of different avenues for the property, but as of right now, with the condition of the property, if there's another lease agreement done, then there'll have to be some stuff fixed. You know, we just couldn't have the building sitting there with liability issues and not being fixed.
if I ask to suspend the rules, could I ask Ms. Annette, how many employees do y'all have there now?
75.
75. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So do you think you could look at some other options and bring back as far as, you know, I know we just had it for discussion because we can't vote on anything tonight anyway, but bring us back some other options and maybe get a hold of him and see what we can do for next month, if the council agrees to that.
Well, have you actually assessed everything and come up with any amounts that would take to fix it, or anything?
No,
You haven't done anything like that, have you?
No, just, of course, when we start doing that, it's gonna get in a lot of money to bring someone in, do an appraisal on it, see what it's gonna cost to update the building. Which I can do that if that's what y'all want me to do, where it gives y'all better knowledge of what the property is, how much it's gonna take to fix it, and, you know, then make a decision from that.
It goes all the way to the water, doesn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
It's 15 acres. 15 acres, is that correct?
Plus, you know, as you know, the property is, you've got a lot of people moving into the county and the city, and it's, once it's gone, the property's gone.
I echo what Mr. Burgess said, this is the last piece of property the city owns. And I do have reservations about it being sold myself. I'm not saying I'm totally against it, but I do have reservations without other options being available myself.
I'll be happy to check into those. Does council want the information as far as what it's gonna cost to get the building back up to code? Do y'all want to go into that expense on it right now, or, I mean, that's gonna be some determining information that y'all gonna need, but I don't wanna spend a whole bunch of money on it.
Do you think maybe you could meet with him and just see what he thinks or what the direction that they see they may be going to start with?
Yeah.
Before we do that, is this something that they feel like that they're gonna want to do in order to stay before we actually spend that
Yes,
much money?
I can do
Maybe
that.
you could contact him and
Just
be glad to meet as
here,
well
some part of
myself.
knowledge of it.
Yeah, okay, okay. Anybody else? Okay. Item number 10 is the communications from city manager.
Right now, just a quick summary, our flat money, of course, has come in, so we're into an environmental, study along the Fort Donelson National Park, fix some of them roads, Fort Donelson Shores, these different places adjacent to the park. So, we're in that process right now before we can actually start even paving. We are looking at replacing our old street lamps here in the city. Some of them's not working, they work off the old ballast, they're fading. And basically, we're actually, tomorrow there'll be a ad in the paper taking bids for them lamp posts. So we have some, beautification money that we're gonna put into the town, changing some stuff out of there. The lift station money has come in. That'll be coming out in the paper also tomorrow, and we'll be replacing 2 lift stations and doing some clay line replacement for our sewer infrastructure. And then the AMI meter money has come in to the county, and also starting that project. So we have several projects, they're all gonna hit at the same time, but that's just the way the money finally hit. Our, park money has, come in, so we'll be sending out, for a request for an engineer on them projects, which will include, all the improvements for the park out there. Only thing if everybody can be alert for our park, there's been a lot of people that tore up our bathrooms a couple times, since the commode has got blowed up, and they turn it over to porta johns. Of course, anybody out there walking, if they can just keep an eye on, call us and see if we can help prevent, because we hate to stick $600-something thousand in out there, and then it's all tore to pieces, so we want to take care of our recreational area for sure. But, our projects that we was hoping to get, we've got, so it's just a matter of getting started on.
I think I skipped over to the new business. I did the communication, so we'll go back to the new business. I apologize.
New business, back when we had some bad storms, we lost our main sign coming in, our welcome signs coming into town. So I'm trying, it's gonna put out an ad tomorrow, or it'll come out next week. I'd like to get us some new welcome signs and beautify that, some stonework, stuff like that. I don't expect it to go over, too big of amount of money. I'll get the bids in, but I'd like to have the permission of the board to move forward with that, and then I'll bring the bids back in next month to get y'all's approval to spend the money. I won't spend a dime until I got everything in, but if you see something in the paper about welcome signs, that's where we're headed, trying to replace that and give all that facelift with her.
So you're saying we need to approve or should approve the recommendation that you move forward with taking in the bids and to bring us the price of the lowest bids?
Make a motion.
Do I have a motion to have one? Ms. Burkhardt, second. Mr. Berta, we'll have a roll call. Mr. Berta?
Yes.
Mr. Timmons?
Yes.
Ms. Burkhardt?
Yes.
And myself, okay? Move forward, Charles.
All right, thank you. And that's all I have.
Item number 11, has anybody got anything they'd like to say? Or we have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion, Mr. Berta, do I have a second? Second. Ms. Burkhardt, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Adjourn.